guys, it's Stobie here. Welcome to episode number 8 of the Fair City podcast. Today I have no co-host with me. I am solo, but I'm not, because I am joined by the fantastic Ben Thomson, who is the writer and the writer and director of The Ghost of Me and You. Is that the right way round? Because I always want to say you and me.
That's right. That's I think there's a Less Than Jake song called that, so we don't want to get mixed up with that. You want to do it the right way round.
Is that on the End With The Outcrowd album?
No, it's on Anthem.
Is it on Anthem? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm joined by
totally
Ben.
Different.
Yeah. So how are you, Ben?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah, I've just been meeting my storyboard artist. So we're just cracking away at the storyboards and getting there for shooting next month. So we're almost there.
Excellent. So a month. What date do you start shooting?
1st of September. So a month today.
Not long now, eh?
No.
Let's get straight to it then. So for those who don't know about The Ghost of Me and You, tell me about the film.
Right, The Ghost of Me and You is going to be a 20-minute short film, and it features our main character Tara. And now Tara is she's just came away from a long relationship, and she's a bit uneasy about life, and a bit like she's came back home to Scotland. She's been in Germany for a while, and she doesn't really know where her life's going. And then a guy introduces himself to her at a party. They make love, and then 6 months later they've moved in together. So it's all moving pretty fast. In this new house, she discovers a device which sends her to an alternate reality. So that's when things get a bit messed up. And in this other reality, she discovers another version of herself, another Tara, and that Tara is being abused by her boyfriend David. So she kind of has to come to terms with: is this something totally different, or is this like, could reality go this way? My reality go this way under similar circumstances? So it's a kind of like really messed up sliding doors.
Quite funny actually, because I had sliding doors in my head when you were describing it there, and I'd never at any point when we've like discussed it or I've read about it thought sliding doors, and then you said it straight away. I'm like, that's just weird.
Yeah, I've kind of ruined it, but it's totally different. It's a lot darker for one thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so yeah, it's just like a dark version of sliding doors.
Yeah, no, it sounds like it could keep audience members guessing whether it is an alternate reality or whether she's gone into the future or something like that and she's seen a future. Maybe in the film it's clear it's an alternate reality, but I quite like the idea of keeping people guessing on that one.
No, it's a wee bit of that. Yeah, a wee bit of that. So
if people are wanting to help out with your crowdfunding at the moment, where can they go? What's the website?
It's Indiegogo. It's igg.me /@ The Ghost of Me and You, and it's running until Friday, but I think we'll try and do what you call in demand, where it runs a bit longer past the deadline to collect funds. We're sitting at just over $1,000 just now, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm really appreciative of everybody who's supported us. I've had it running for the last 40 days or so. But yeah, so we're getting there, and I'm self-funding it as well, and also the cinematographer Orchestra Terzi has put in some money as well. So the budget's looking to be about $5,000.
Excellent, that's really good. And just to double check, you haven't sent any tweets about 10 years ago that you're going to regret just before this starts filming, have you?
Not tweets, but maybe films I've made.
So yeah, speaking about that, I mean, you're not new to films in the slightest. You've got some back catalogue of films out there. You've got Kill Bin, you've got Bullseye and Dartboard.
We don't talk about those. That's pre-career filmmaking.
No, absolutely. They were. I remember seeing them when you were at college. No, in all seriousness though, you've had a few, I don't want to say bigger films, but your films have been sort of evolving over the last 10 years or so. You've had Dreamer, you've had The Balance, and most recently you had Nutcracker as well. Now, as someone who's seen them or been a part of them, I've seen how these films have kind of looked more and more professional. And don't take that the wrong way, but they've gotten better, and you can tell you're sort of evolving with the films. What? My chair keeps making a squeaking noise. That's my train of thought now. What are you bringing to The Ghost of You and Me? The Ghost of Me and You. That is. I've written it wrong in a message here, and you never corrected me. What are you bringing to that you think, oh, I've never tried this before, I can't wait to try that?
Yeah, I think you're right with the evolution, and I appreciate you saying that. Thanks, man. But because like my one rule as a filmmaker is every time I make a film to make it bigger and better than the last, or else it's kind of you got to challenge yourself, and it takes so much effort and time out of your life. Then you got to go big or go home. So when it goes to Me and You, it features a huge abundance of special effects and motion control shots. So basically, because it's an actress playing opposite herself, we have to shoot a lot of the shots twice, and then stitch them together in post. And we don't want to do really crappy static camera split screen. We want to have motion in the shots.
Right, yeah.
So I've been spending the last couple of months getting my head around it. And Alkisti, the cinematographer, she's been doing lots of tests and stuff just to make sure it's all going to work all right. So that's going to add a lot of time onto the shoot. It's going to add a lot of complication. But I'm really looking forward to the challenge. And it should, it will give you a wee bit more of a spice to it than your usual low-budget short film,
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, you have been doing it, sort of, as you described, low-budget short film, but you're not short of it in sort of festival accolades, are you? Was it the Balance that did quite well at the festivals? How did it get on?
I got into like the Edinburgh Short Film Festival and Loch Ness Film Festival and the Deep Fried Film Festival, which is through in Coatbridge. Brilliant name for a festival, that. So like in all honesty, since then I haven't done too great with the festivals, and I'm kind of looking back at the Balance and see the things that we did right with that, and I think it's because it connected with audiences quite well. It was funny. And it had quite a good pace to it. So, I'm quite proud of that. I'm not so proud of some of the jokes that have aged quite badly in the last 5 years from that film. But overall... but I mean, there was a performance in that was amazing, and that was yours. You do some amazing crying.
Obviously, thanks for that. Appreciate it.
So it's always just, I'm making films every couple of years, and I'm just looking back and seeing where it went right and where it went wrong, and try and not do the ones where you went wrong.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So some of that amazing crying came out a couple of weeks ago when I got a message from you telling me that you hadn't cast me in the part. So tell me about your cast members, your two lead. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I'm really... sorry, man.
No, I was joking, it's fine.
Yeah, so I'm really privileged to have Kirsty Strain on as the actress. She has been in Burniston, and she's in Anna and the Apocalypse, which is an upcoming Glasgow set zombie musical.
I've heard a lot about that, a lot of good stuff about that as well.
Saw that at the film festival a few weeks ago at Edinburgh, and it was really good wee film. Like, quite weird though, because it's filmed in Glasgow, but it's like different accents and stuff, so it's not really like set in Scotland, which is quite a weird choice, but I kind of appreciate why they did that. So so she's fantastic. She's playing Tara, and she's gonna have to play two versions of herself. So she's like a diverse actress. She's done comedy, she's done some really serious films, so I think she can bring it. And then we've got Jake McGarry playing David, who's like the nice guy in one reality, and then the abusive boyfriend in the other reality. And I worked with Jake on Nutcracker, where he kind of played like a college student, and now he's playing quite a mature adult, and that's like what's so good about him is he can bring everything to you can do both roles and you believe him in it.
Mm-hmm.
He just knocks it out of the park, and you don't really have to do much as a director. So yeah, looking forward to work with him and stuff again. Like you said, we auditioned about 15 actors, so it was like it was tough, man. It was really tough.
Absolutely. When I seen Kirsty's accolades, I was like, I'm totally out of the class now. Shout out to Jake, or I would have, but I gave him a shout out on the last podcast, so he's not getting one this time. Have you decided what you're doing with his hair yet?
Yeah, I need to kind of tell him in person, man. I can't he's not going to lop it off, but I might have to like hipsterify it, or like give him a man bun or something, some beard oil, and just make him look quite well groomed, which is, he's a good looking guy, but he's a bit, he could do with a comb.
Brilliant. Tell us a bit more about yourself then, your background and where you trained, and why you want to do this as well.
So why I want to get into filmmaking basically is there's nothing quite like preparing something for months and months and months, having this film in your head, and then you go to tons of effort, you get everybody together, and then you're on set, you've got people reading your lines, and you shout action, and it's like it's nothing quite like it in the world, you know, just to see this come to life right in front of your eyes and to piece it together. It's quite something, and it's worth all the pain and misery the rest of the time just for those few seconds of absolute joy.
Yeah.
And just to see an amazing crew and cast just come together to make your vision. It's a real ego boost, you know.
I imagine. I mean, I've been involved in, obviously, your films. I've been involved in stage shows and that, and I've had that feeling from performing someone else's work. So, I mean, I can only imagine what it's like when you're seeing your own work out there being performed and, like you say, coming to life like that, and people hopefully laughing at the right points and being shocked but at the right places as well, you know, maybe a fork in the eye or something like that. Unless it's a couple of gasps, I don't know, it's just hypothetical.
Yeah, it's just it swings the opposite way as well though. So when you really fuck it up and there's like a really cringy bit in a film and you have to watch it over and over again in front of an audience and it doesn't quite land. So that's what I mean about like remembering your mistakes and trying not to do that again, you know. And
with that, I mean, when you see something you think, oh, that's a mistake, do you then have anyone coming up to you and saying, you shouldn't have done that, or I didn't like this bit, or anything like that? Huh?
Not so much coming up to you, because like I show it to friends and they're really nice to your face. So it's only like later on, like a few years down the line, it's like, oh, did you see that bit in that film? What did you actually genuinely think of it? And then they go, well, it was a bit, you know, it was a bit shit. And you're like, okay, fair enough. So it's only like you have to give them a few years. And you know yourself, you know, after you see it with an audience a few times, you know it's not working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that's the thing, like, people do try to be nice about these sorts of things, you know, like, for the podcast, for example, you know, I was speaking to Gene last night, and I can't remember what it was he said, but he was like, I don't want to be negative on your thing, but, and he gave me a good pointer, so good I've forgotten it, sorry Gene, but, what was it again? Nah, totally gone, I'll need to ask him again, but generally people don't do that, they don't give you that sort of criticism that you need, and as I've said on previous podcasts, if no one tells you you're doing it wrong, you're not.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't know what you're like, but I'm very self-critical anyway. So when I've got things that I've done or that, I just have to ignore the voice in my head or I'll never do anything with it. So I don't know if you're like that, but I suppose it's always that kind of way. Yeah, so you never went into detail about your kind of background and things like that. So you've always wanted to do this, but where did you train? How did you train? What made you decide, you know, I'm going there to do it? Give us a bit about that.
Well, I totally flunked high school, totally, man. So I had like 0 hires and I went straight to college where I met a lot of our mutual friends. Got an HND in video production. Then I went on to uni and did film and media. And, you know, it was there I started to hone my skills, you know, and I just started making films as and when I could and afford to get equipment and stuff. Straight after that, I made a few films in 1 year and just properly started getting into it and just not even making films for people to see, just to hone your skills, you know, just to do it. And that's what I kind of advise to folk is just get out your, like, folks say get out your comfort zone, but sometimes you just stay in your comfort zone, you know, with your mates in your house and make a film and then slowly take steps out your comfort zone, you know.
Yeah.
And then I got, you know, I was quite lucky. I got into being a camera technician for a year, which then led to filming YouTube videos for college. And now I'm working at Screen Academy Scotland as a film technician. That's my day job. So, you know, I've got lots of students and kit there that are really nice folk to work alongside who are really helpful and stuff. So, yeah, I think I've just been quite lucky.
What's up, Fair City Podcast? This is Chris and Dan from Fresh Talk. Check us out at freshtalkpodcast.com.
That's right. And if you had any idea how long it took me and Dan to do that bumper, you would actually probably never listen to us.
It's totally true. Get him, Stoby.
So let's take it back a bit, because we kind of skimmed over them before, but let's just go into what I call the start of the Ian Stoby trilogy. So, I'm kidding, I don't.
Is this the Balance trilogy I was planning for a while?
Oh, wait, was there going to be a trilogy? I can't remember that.
Yeah, I kept it quiet, man, because like I don't think it's going to happen now, so don't get your hopes up. But
oh man, I'm totally.
I had a plan for the Balance 2 and 3. Do you want to know?
Yes.
Right. So the Balance 2 would have opened with you would have walked into a bank with the good concert in a gimp costume, all chained up on a leash, and your brother who plays the bad consort was going to lead you in on the not you lead the good conscious in on the lead, and you would rob a bank, and you do it dead easy because he's just like running around whispering in everybody's ears saying, give him the money. This will make no sense to anybody who's not seen The Balance, but that was kind of it. The start of number 2. It was just going to be like you just being a total badass, but like from the guy whispering in your ear telling you to do all these things.
Well, you've got a couple more years while I've still got the same car, so if you need that, for consistency.
Hey, if you pay for it, man, if you pay for the budget, I'll shoot it.
Right. This is a free podcast with free equipment and no sponsorship, and for a reason. So, but no, I mean, going back further to that, going back to Dreamer. So just the kind of the process through Dreamer and that. So you had Ian, you had our other friend Ben in there. So what made you pick them two? I mean, did you have them in mind before you started writing, or did they kind of evolve into the role, or did you do a casting process for that as well?
I did a really quick casting process for that. Basically, The Dreamer was the first film I kind of put a lot of effort into, and it was like, this is going to be my first proper film kind of idea. So I did meet a few actors, but like I knew your brother Ian already, and he just seemed to fit the role perfect for what I was going for. So I was like, you're in. And then I was struggling for Finlay, and it's just because like I'm making a film for free, and you need to get folk who are like up for it, which is quite rare, So I was speaking to our mutual friend Ben Probert, and he back then he was up for stuff. Now he's like married and he doesn't do much. But back then he was like well up for anything. So he was up for shooting throughout the night. You could just do anything to that guy, and he would have taken it. So that's why I cast Ben.
Mm-hmm. And that again, if I'm going with trilogy names, it's Natasha Stiven trilogy as well, is it not?
Yeah, I think she was. Yeah, she's in 3. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Yeah. And so how did Natasha get involved?
Natasha was a friend of Ben's.
Right. Okay. So going between Dreamer and The Balance, then, because we talked before about the kind of the evolution of the film. So what learnings did you take from Dreamer to either do or not do in The Balance that you remember, like the prominent ones, not obviously like use this lens or something like that, but the prominent kind of lessons, because obviously you never learned and you took Ian back.
That's true. I think with Dreamer, it was a bit over earnest. It was trying a bit too hard to make you cry a bit, and a bit too mawkish, So I went in the opposite direction and made The Balance, which is a total sick bastard film with no heart at all. I just wanted to go in the total opposite direction and just make a total dark comedy. So I think I succeeded there. So yeah. And
then again, going from The Balance to Nutcracker. I mean, give us a quick summary of Nutcracker for those who haven't seen it. I really enjoyed Nutcracker. I genuinely.
Thanks, man. So Nutcracker stars Natasha Stiven, and she is a blind girl who is at university, and she suddenly starts getting trailed by everybody, like, and they're in like a zombie style state, and they just chase after her. But then she gets a savior just appears, Jack, out of nowhere, and he leads her to safety into her flat. But shall I spoil it, or shall I leave it?
No, don't spoil it, because I love the twist, and I did.
So yeah, it's got a twist.
Yeah.
But even though that's my most recent film, I've got a lot. I think tonally it was a bit off, because 1 minute it's quite funny, 1 minute it's a horror film, and I think I could have done better to gel all that. That's my one kind of regret about it. Yeah, but it's not so much a regret as what you'll take with you going into future films. Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's good. No, I did enjoy that, and I get like I wouldn't want to spoil it, because they're not. How do you find your films? Because I sometimes struggle finding them. What's the easiest way to find them?
They're on YouTube and Vimeo. I'm not that proud of my previous films, but I know people like them, so that's good.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Every time I make a film, I'm always like, this is the first one, So I'm quite shit at putting them out there. I'll put them out there when they first make it, and then. So
if you think about it, though, I mean, Dreamer was 2009, 2010.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, your view on the world's view on the world, everyone's changed in the last 9 years, and there's been quite a noticeable shift in the last few years with sort of mentalities and looking back on things and that. So, some people will be like that, but I think it's still worth sharing and seeing, like I said, the evolution of your films, if nothing else. I'm sure, like I said, James Gunn, that I was joking about earlier, or that, I'm sure they've got plenty of stuff apart from tweets that they're not proud of either, but it's still out there as well. You know?
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just always trying to one up myself and try to make the next one the one, you know.
Well, that's not a bad attitude to have at all. Is there anything else you want to cover? Anything else you want to talk about at all? Any shout outs? If you say to my ex, you can just get out. Because that was Steve missed the recording on Friday because he went to see Little Mix. Something wrong with that.
No, I would just like to give a shout out to everybody who's ever supported my films, you know, and anyone's ever came to the premieres and just spread the word, you know, and everybody who's contributed to the crowdfunding so far. I love you guys. Thanks very much. The cast and crew I've got together for this new one, I couldn't be happier. It's just full of really good dudes. I just can't wait to get started. And
just remind us where that crowdfunding site is.
So it's over at Indiegogo. The exact website is igg.me/@/The Ghost of Me and You.
So if you like what you've heard listening to this short podcast, go over there, give Ben a couple of pounds. So I'm used to saying dollars because the Patreon site we've set up at patreon.com/FCPodnet is set up in dollars rather than pounds. So yeah, if you think that guy seems like a really cool guy, I want to buy him a beer, not these FC Podnet guys, you know, just go ahead and get on his Indiegogo. And there's rewards as well. You can get your name in the credits, you can have beer and a pizza with Ben himself.
Whilst I talk for the film, ruining it.
And you've missed your chance, however, to hear him read his diary from 1994, was it 92?
94, yeah, when I was 9.
9 years old. Right in the diary.
I shared a room with my brother, so it's just pretty much our ongoing stupid arguments that are. I might still read it at the end of the crowdfunding just as a reward to everybody. We'll see.
Well, I would say the exact same with my brother. We shared a room and we're still fighting. So absolutely not. Love you, bro. So thanks for listening. You can find us, the FC Podnet, on all social media at FC Podnet. You can also find me at dstoby on Twitter. Can they find you anywhere on the social medias, Ben? You yourself?
Yeah, I'm awesomeo_Ben on Twitter. I'm not a huge tweeter though, so they're going to be disappointed. But, The Ghost of Me and You has a Facebook page, so please go and give that a like.
This podcast will be put up on fcpod.net/FCPN/E08. On there I'll put links to Ben's videos as well, so you can go and check them out, unless he tells me absolutely not. We'll have that discussion in a minute. Ben, thanks for coming on tonight. It's been great just to have a quick chat with you, and hopefully we can get a few more pounds into that crowdfunder for you before the end of the week.
Thanks, man. Much appreciated, and thanks for having me.
You've been listening to a podcast from the Fair City Podcast Network. Fair City Podcast is a part of Brit Pod Scene, an independent network of uniquely British podcasts that's always growing. Check out BritPodScene.com or follow BritPodScene on Twitter to find out more.
And until next time, thanks for listening, guys.